big black box.
Staring at me. I had to have it. I had to have it.
No one's fun anymore. Whatever happened to fun?
You were listening to And Just Like Crap with your hosts, Jay and John.
Hey! Welcome back to the broadcast, your favorite podcast. You asked for this shit if you were easily offended. We don't recommend it. You asked for this shit, so here it is.
You. I'll tell you how I'm doing. Not well, bitch.
Hello, Jay.
Hello, John.
Welcome back. It's been a long time.
Oh my God, it seems like forever. I feel like this kind of crept up on us a little bit. Like, surprise, it's happening.
Because it wasn't on, and Just Like That was not on last year at all, right?
Yeah, I think they took off a year or something, and then
The writer's strike. Yeah, everything
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
20 and 22. Wait, 23. So this show has not been on in a minute, but little do you all know, we've been doing our Patreon, so we'll wait to talk about that. We don't want to be annoying, but season 3 is here. And
It is here.
whether we like it or not, so we're obligated to be here by law.
We're required. We're afraid to be like Hitman, like that one girl that happened to her. Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't want anything to happen like us.
So before we talk about the episode, which is called Outlook Good,
Is it though? Is it?
is it?
Is
There
it?
could have been so many better titles for this, by the
It's
way.
ironic. Yeah.
Let's just talk generally, like your takeaways before we're gonna go through everything, obviously, but is there any like major thing you want to get out of the way from the jump?
Well, I really wonder who their audience is with this. I know we've talked about this before, but I mean, it is aimed at like the most vanilla mayonnaise, pumpkin spice latte, Lululemon, Bally's Fitness, Peloton riding, Catherine and Linda. Who is this? Because I think it's aimed at people who don't like to have fun, I think. And also people who don't really have a full range of emotions. Like if you watch this, you don't have to feel anything because it doesn't give you
Mm-mm.
anything to feel, you know?
No, not definitely not an intellectual crowd, not
Mhm.
nobody that's into fashion, definitely not gay people. Not fans of the original show. If you love that, don't even bother.
If you
Um,
like to laugh, this is not the way to go either for this comedy.
you know what? People on hospice, people in palliative care.
People trapped people in comas will love this show.
Yeah, if you're grieving a loss of a loved one or a pet, maybe this is your vibe.
Or like shoveling in gummies to where you're just because you hate your life so much, you're just going into oblivion, turn it
Hmm.
on.
Yeah,
Or it gets really good, I bet, for like ending hostage situations. Just crank it
they're
up.
blaring it. Yeah,
Yes, and people like running out the door. You would save everyone's life.
I agree with that. And I just think there's still no theme song. And I know it would be weird to start season 3 and be like, we're having a theme song now, but I would be
Yeah.
okay with it because I feel like the dun 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 like that really set the tone for the show and made you think, oh, this is going to be quirky and fun in a wild 30 minutes
Yep,
and then we'll be done. And now it's just
agreed.
like Carrie, everybody's in bed, first of all. Everyone's in bed with with an animal and there's animals
Yes.
everywhere.
Yes.
And then just like that. And I'm like
In
and
blue.
there's still not really they've sort of reintroduced Carrie narrating the episodes, which was one of our big complaints. Like I miss Carrie in Sex and the City telling me how to feel and what I'm caring about. She would be commenting on other people's scenes, like whatever Samantha was doing, Carrie was narrating it. It just it led us where we needed to go, and I really do miss that. I wish they would bring that back.
Samantha realized that she was still a lesbian and has terrible taste in women
Yeah.
or partners, I should say.
Yeah, and Miranda and Che was with Miranda and she got choked out for the very
Did you
first time.
really have to bring that name up again? It's gonna come up, I know, but it's like, oh, cringe.
Now it's back in the algorithm. We'll never
I'm
escape
triggered. I'm
it.
gonna be like in a fetal position, crying, rocking back and forth.
Yeah, I don't know. So that's just a couple things, but there's so much to complain about, so let's
Oh my
get
gosh.
started. Okay, so I'm gonna be fully honest. I did not rewatch seasons 1 and 2. I just could not bring myself to do it. We
No,
talked about it enough. You would think
yeah.
that it'd be embedded.
Yeah, I couldn't either. Like I tried a little while back and I got to the movies. So I did get pretty far in and I watched the first movie and I'm like, I cannot sit through this next movie. So then I just
Oh, I
stopped.
love the first one. I could watch the first one, no problem. Even the second
Yeah.
one, I'm okay. The movies, but I'm talking about in just like that.
Well, I mean, that's as far as I got, like with any sort of rewatch with the show, because I had planned on at one point watching all of it, just to have the full experience. But that's as
Yeah, me
far as I
too.
got. I didn't get past the movies to get to, you know what I mean? I got that far, and I like the movies too, but it was just a lot because I feel like we saturate ourselves with this a little bit.
We do. And I even told our Patreon people I'm rewatching it all. I'm very ambitious. I don't know what I was doing.
Sorry about it.
I'm just a liar.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't think it's imperative that you watch the first 2 seasons. What if can you imagine somebody this is their introduction to the show? They're just starting on season 3 for some reason. What must that be like? Like,
Yeah, that would be a
what?
mistake. Or like
Oh.
aliens came down from the sky and they're like, wonder what TV we should watch. Let's start with this.
Ah, ah.
Right? They would like just blow up the earth so
They
fast
come
as they
in
zoomed
peace.
away. Yes. And then they're like, we're out of here. If this is what culture's like on Earth, no thanks.
Yeah. So, okay. It opens up with the first. Do you think this is the same cat?
Well, that was my first thought. I was like, she still has the cat. I'm like, what's the cat's name? Socks, shoes,
Shoe.
toenails. I can't, what's the cat's name?
Shoe.
Jimmy Shoe. Oh, it is Shoe. Okay, Shoe.
I think so. I
Yeah,
mean, I
because
should
it's
know.
Chew. Is it Chew? Like Jimmy Chew? Chew?
I thought it was just shoe, which it would be really stupid. Maybe it is chew. Then that would seem. I don't think they do that.
I don't
There was
know.
another. Well, anyway, the cat's here. I was just
It's
wondering.
there.
I was just wondering, is it the same? Because isn't it a kitten? It's a baby. It doesn't matter. Um, Here Carrie is back in her. You know what? I don't mind the new apartment now. I thought that getting rid of her old apartment, I was very vocal about. I thought that was a big mistake because it's so iconic and important to the show. Her coming down those stairs, just everything. I love the layout of the apartment. I just thought it was important to the show. But last season she did sell it and move into. I guess that bitch downstairs is just out of the picture now. Remember the girl that lived
Well,
downstairs?
I think she's. Did you watch the whole thing like this season on? I think she's in it.
Oh, okay.
They showed her. Yeah,
Then
I
I take
think
it
that
back.
was her. Yeah, yeah.
Well, thank you for correcting me before we received 1,000 comments about it.
Right. Well, you probably were like enough and turned it off and didn't
Yeah.
watch it.
God forbid. But I like this apartment. I think what's important is that that she has basically the same staircase to come down. So that's really the important part is her coming down in a pretty outfit downstairs. So we still get that.
Yeah, those flowers look super fake. I mean, where I live in Chicago, and there's a lot of bars, and their big thing is hanging flowers like that. So those look like plastic, and they, would came from Michael's or something. They would
They're
just blow
like
off of there in a windstorm.
they're like too good for
Yeah, they're too perfect. That's the thing is they really are doing that. If you notice, nothing's dirty, nothing is
and
like
it's New
everything's
York.
pristine. Yeah, and it's New York. Like everything is pristine. Like I do like the color scheme really kind of there's a lot of pink, which I do like. Carrie wearing a lot of pink.
Hmm.
I like that. But you know what the grossest part of almost this whole show was when she licked that stamp? Ugh,
I
who licks
know.
stamps? It's disgusting. Was it Seinfeld where what's his name was dating somebody and they got engaged, but he hated her and she was licking envelopes and stamps to put their wedding invitations and she got poisoned to
Oh, I
death.
do remember that. But I mean, can you even buy a stamp that you have to lick anymore?
Yeah, you can. You can. They're forever stamps, so they don't change the price or
It's so
whatever.
Carrie. It's so quirky and Carrie.
Yeah,
There,
and she draws a little heart.
The forever ones you gotta lick? Well, whatever.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
think
say
you have to lick
whatever.
them all. Yeah, any stamps, I think you have to lick.
Okay, we'll get into that more. We're focusing on the wrong things, but whatever. That's what we do. So here's the boring titles. No fun soundtrack or theme
Mhm.
song, I mean.
No Carrie falling down the stairs. Nothing fun.
So here she is. Did you have any? We'll talk about fashion separately, but do you have any takeaway from what do you think about this? I
I
mean,
like it. I like it. It's giving me New Orleans a little bit, I feel like, but I do like it. It's pretty. Like I said, the color scheme is nice. It's very colorful. So I can't
I
complain
love
about that.
I love how it says my screen cap has more options. I guess that showed up and it got caught
Oh,
in
I
the screen
wish
cap.
there
Yes,
were.
I wish there were more options, but there's not. Yeah, I think it's okay too. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna get, even in this episode, it gets worse, so I'm not gonna
Yeah.
fixate on that. So Carrie goes to meet Charlotte and Miranda at a lesbian bar, which, if you can't tell by the naked neon ladies in the background swimming, I guess that's what they're doing.
And there was somebody with a shaved head, like all these cliches. They're back to cliches. They want to make sure you know that it's a lesbian bar.
Yeah.
We get it. We get it. I am so tired of Carrie's hair being snatched back. I feel like she needs to stop that. I don't like it. I think I don't like it so much. Like
Maybe
maybe
maybe some tendrils. Something.
yes, yes, something because it just makes your forehead look, helicopter landish. It's
Are you gonna refer to her as the alien movie, what are they called?
xenomorph.
Xenomorphic.
Well, I did say that. She has that. She has that shaped head that it's like
That is one of my favorite things ever.
I did say that once. Yeah, very xenomorph, very, a little thing's gonna pop out of her mouth, a little tiny, maybe the cat's head will pop out of her mouth. I don't know.
I don't know how she found time to do this and Alien Earth, which is coming out this summer too at the
I
same time.
know,
And
right?
Alien
Sarah Jessica
Romulus.
Parker has been so busy in her
We're
alien movies.
very busy. Miranda's telling Carrie and Charlotte about her struggle to meet women.
And her wig journey has already started off bad. That is a wig, right? It has to be.
I assume so, because why not? But then I saw her doing press for this and she still had red hair. So I was
But
like,
but did it look like that though?
no, it actually looked like it was coming out of her head. But now that you mention it, this does look suspicious.
It looks like it'll slide off the back of her head.
Okay. Yeah. The wigs have been a major issue for both seasons one and two. Comically problematic, the wigs have been. And if we're clocking it, like people
Yeah.
are noticing. So Charlotte says in her typical like Charlotte like Miranda, like the big wide eye thing, she does that so much, Kristen
Yes.
Davis. I don't know.
Yes.
We've talked about this before, but why is she not a good actress anymore?
I think that she is trying too hard. Like she's probably like, I'm Charlotte. Charlotte would do this. You know what I mean? Like Charlotte would do, that cutesy thing instead of embodying a character. You know what? It makes me think like over time she just forgot who her character was. And some of these people, like maybe they didn't prep. Maybe they're just like, of course I got this. I do what I always do and kill it, and then go on screen and just, you know what I mean? They
Yeah,
don't rebuild their character, especially time passing. So we didn't cover how much time has passed since season 2 and 3. None? Is that what we're
that's a good
supposed to
question.
believe?
I don't think any. I mean, it's not, they didn't do like a quick little vignette of what happened since last
Yeah,
time.
previously on
Chase
Lost.
funeral would have been great. They could have included that in the montage, a proper
Yes.
send off.
They should have started with like a police crime scene with the yellow tape and like, everybody sort of dabbing their eyes and seeing
She
Shay
was
being
so
rolled,
young.
brought out on a stretcher. Yeah, but no.
No, so I guess I don't know.
They zip the
Um,
body bag like on CSI. It's Chase face.
just rolling her out. But anyway, Charlotte says very awkwardly, Miranda. I mean, it's delivered just like this. Miranda, there's a woman over there smiling at you. What is that? I
So
just
let
don't
me ask
understand.
you, if
Mhm.
you were a lesbian, who would you pick out of those three? Would it be
Char
Miranda?
no, it'd be Charlotte because she's the most overly feminine.
Thank you. I would not be, wow, look at that red-headed wig-wearing lady over there. She's hot. I mean, look
Like,
at that smile. It's so Does she have
Unique.
veneers in that gorgeous? Yes, I mean, I jump scared. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just like desensitized with everybody's getting these veneers.
That's
Everybody,
the
Madonna has them
expectation.
now. Yeah, Madonna has them now. So when you see somebody who didn't get them, you're like, whoa.
Like,
Like
oh,
it's, oh,
falling
oh,
on hard times. You okay? Is
right.
everything
Falling on
okay?
your face and broken.
Um,
Anyway.
yeah, so let's see. The way she delivered that really caught me off guard, so much that I thought she was reading off a cue card. Anyway, Miranda says, "Are you sure it's me she's interested in? The last one was interested in you," which is bring back to your point.
There we go.
Why
Yep.
would you bring these pretty bitches with you? I mean, even Carrie, look, I mean, the way she's dressed is not sexual or flirty at all,
No.
but Charlotte looks like a hot straight woman, which is like catnip for another cat reference.
Well, we did that with the sort of Charlotte lesbian, storyline where she like goes and be friends, she becomes friends with the lesbians, and that
Hmm.
lady's like, unless you eat pussy,
Oh, I love that
you're not a
episode.
lesbian, so we kind of did that already with her being that, you know.
If you're not
So
gonna eat pussy, you're not a dyke. I
yeah.
remember being so shocked by that. I was like, wow, that was blunt. Um,
Well,
Miranda's okay, Charlotte. And then she says again in a weird way, Carrie, have you heard anything from Aiden? Nobody said
what's up?
cut. Like, what the
No.
fuck are you doing? Oh, I'm already cursing. I'm trying not to.
Right. Well, and this whole part about I, I don't understand this Aiden Carrie relationship right now. I mean, I know they sort of told us what it was going to be, and I guess they stuck with that. But I love when she was like, "Oh, they send us, he sends a postcard," and she's like, "Oh, well, that's something. That's better than nothing." I'm like, ha, "Lucky girl, you're getting
Yeah.
better than nothing out of your relationship."
Blank postcards from nowhere, from Virginia. How
Like it should be, I'm sending him, you know. Pictures of myself topless and stuff. Like it should be things like that, which we kind of get to something like that later. But
yeah.
that would be something you probably would do in this long distance thing, wouldn't you? Or am
So
I?
something
No.
I would need to be compensated to be on ice for a man like that.
Yes. Well, she's an idiot for waiting 5 years for him, anyways. Well, that was the
So this
deal.
is the dumbest thing ever, but
Yeah.
the postcard. Okay, so Carrie says, "Yes, I got a postcard from him today. I'm sending him postcards of old New York." And Miranda, cheers to you, writers, finally. Why? To remind him that you're getting old in New York? I love that.
Yes, it is nice that they're recognizing that they're now of a certain age, but it's also a little bit depressing. But hey.
It is, but I just thought it was fun, like to spice it up a little bit. Y'all get along too well. Maybe I watch too much
That's true.
Housewives, but I'm like,
She
can
sh she should have been like, it doesn't this remind you that you're a pasty hag on her deathbed?
but remember, like some of my favorite episodes were when Carrie and Samantha would get in a fight over her
Yeah.
blowing the Federal Express guy. Like that was a great episode. Conflict between these chicks would be good.
Right. Or when Miranda told Big not to marry Carrie, basically, in a way.
Oh, that
Like,
was
and then they're
good.
like, Carrie, I told him that you were dried up.
I'm
And
sorry. In the restaurant with the Valentine balloons, it
yes,
was so
I
good.
told him you had a dusty vag. Sorry.
You'd be crazy to get married, Carrie. How could you keep a secret like that from me?
Right.
I mean, in retrospect, it's like, oh, come on. But okay. Um, but that anyway, that why to remind him you're getting old in New York, that just goes right over Carrie's head. She's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess
She's
I
in
am.
denial. She thinks she's 20.
I'm like, she just read your ass and you took it. But so, okay, whatever. Um, Carrie says, let's say, Aiden asks for no communication while he deals with his family issues. Like, does he have a
Wait, what?
restraint? He has a restraining order or something?
Well, wait, that's what she said exactly? She said,
She
I don't
said no
remember her saying
commun.
that, but yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
Aiden
my
asked for no
God.
communication while he deals with his family issues.
Could you imagine? I would never be with someone who said, don't call me, don't text me, pretend I don't exist while I'm dealing with my family. I would be like, absolutely not. First of all, if you love somebody, wouldn't you want their support if something was going down?
Yeah,
Wouldn't you want that? You wouldn't be like, don't talk to me.
I'm
Like, eh,
busy. Yeah,
I'm
I've certainly had somebody say that to me, but we weren't in a relationship. But like, I mean, that would be the end of.
That's right. I would be like, okay, well, let me see. How about you die? I would be like,
Yeah.
not, I wouldn't do it. No way.
So the postcards to me, if somebody says don't call or text me or do anything or come see me, but she's sending postcards, that's creepy. That's like a serial killer. That's the Golden
It,
State Killer.
it's still contact. Yeah, it's still, it would have been funny if she would have been right. It would have been like the Zodiac code on each one.
Who can you all? I couldn't help but wonder, could Miranda and Charlotte help me solve the cipher?
Yeah, this is the Zodiac speaking. This is the Carrie Bradshaw speaking.
Season 4. So Carrie says she doesn't care though. She's so busy decorating and furnishing her new apartment that she doesn't. I don't even have time for Aiden right now. So it's honestly it's best for both of us that I have no
She's
penetration for
such a
5 years.
doormat. She's such a
Doormat.
doormat. This is
This is
so
where
lame.
we need Samantha because Samantha would be like, "Honey, you know what I mean? Like
Yes.
5 years."
You're insane. I think what's missing from these three specifically is strength. Like, I feel like they've all gone soft. They have no strength. They have no will to say no, which you find out with Miranda getting with the Rosie O'Donnell character. You're like, seriously, you said yes? Like, like, what is that? Like, these people have no will to live.
Backbone.
Like,
Yeah.
they're just fading in the background. Like, we'll learn Charlotte's biggest problem. This is, well, you'll falsely accused of her dog. Like that's her biggest. People have gone soft.
Very much so. Um, Carrie and Charlotte leave, so the girl that's looking at Miranda can come over. Here she is. There she is. Let's see. It turns out it's Cassandra, Brady's old babysitter. She wasn't interested in Miranda at all, just saying hello. And then Miranda like trauma dumps on her. She's like, "Yeah, we're getting divorced, and I live in a Airbnb,
What
and
is
I'm a
that? Well,
lesbian and an
how does she
alcoholic."
not remember her?
She
Is she?
watched your child. She's an absentee mother, okay?
I know, right? Did she? Is it one of those like she hired her from like a sign posted where she tore the little tab off and called her and
Off
then
of
didn't
light
even
post.
yeah and didn't even care. She's like and never paid any attention. I mean, I guess when Brady was little, Miranda was kind of a crabby. I will just use that word, crabby mom. Bad mom. And so she probably didn't even remember the babysitter.
Okay, I see more wig now. But yeah, how I don't know. She's not a detail person, okay? Um, let's move on. Anyway, and then her girlfriend comes in to add insult to injury. Hanging out, taking up space at the gay bar when you got a girlfriend at home. I never understood. I'm being totally honest. This is more Patreon coded, but if I'm in a relationship, why am I hanging out at the gay bar? Just me? Chime in the comments. I
I
just
think if
don't.
you have friends that go there, I know people who like go like during the day, but yeah, going like at night by yourself.
Cruising time, like I don't mean cruising,
Yeah.
gay cruising. I just
Yeah.
mean like cruising the bar, like with the drink, like it's sexy
Yeah.
hour. Why are you there? I don't
Well,
know.
look how she's dressed. Clearly, it's not sexy for hour for her.
Yeah, the library just closed.
That right.
Here's Seema. She looks great here.
Boobalicious.
So good. This is this is nice, and I like that they have her snoring.
I know. And she's very busty there. And I thought it was weird that she thought it was, her boyfriend calling and she's like tucking him in. I'm like, wouldn't you be pulling him out?
I yeah. She's like, let me
I thought
get
that was
myself
weird.
together. But she did look
Yeah.
great. I liked that all that hair. They clearly put more
Yes.
hair in. I was like, wow, her hair looks great.
And she looks awesome. I agree. I liked her in this episode. I think Seema is about
Me
probably
too.
the best character,
But the problem
honestly.
was she was the strength. She did bring, because we've talked about before, they divided Samantha up, kind of like in Golden Palace, how they divided up Dorothy's strength and characteristics between the other two.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
They've done that, tried and failed to do that with Samantha's best qualities because there's only one Kim Cattrall. Sorry.
Well, and
Love
like
you, Kim.
designing women when Delta Burke left, they tried to recreate some of that magic with a couple of the characters, like their cousin, what's her name?
Jan Hooks.
No, old Jan Hooks, but that's Charlene's cousin, I think. But what's her name?
Oh,
Julia Duffy's character,
yeah.
Allison. Allison.
Yeah.
They tried to do this like bitchy lady, like kind of like Delta Burke, but not in the same stratosphere. It totally didn't work. Even though I do like Julie Duffy, I think she's
I do
good.
too. And I even
I do
liked
like
her
her.
on that show, but okay, now we're going off.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway, so it's her boyfriend Ravi's assistant. Remember last season he went off to make a movie in Egypt, and her and Carrie went on a vacation or something. So anyway, it's his assistant calling. I guess. Well, there's Egypt. I said I'm assuming it's Egypt, but there's a pyramid in the background. So yeah.
She
Um,
should have just had like Zoom sex with
he's
him. She's
cute.
like,
Why? You'll do.
right, she should have been like, well, you know what? You don't got time. Touch yourself. Touch
Yeah.
myself. Let's touch ourselves together.
I
Like may as
mean,
well.
we had a date, so I believe in keeping your appointments.
Yep.
But she's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Then she lights up her famous cigarette,
When
and
she did that, I literally said out loud, "Don't smoke in bed."
me
And then I
too.
heard the sirens, and I'm like, she didn't listen to me.
And I'm pretty sure that we have because she's been smoking in bed before last season. I think we even said something about it. So clearly, y'all are listening. You're
Yeah,
welcome for
I
the
I hear
idea.
like RuPaul saying, "Reminder: Don't smoke in bed." I won't go into it. There's season 4 when they did that post-apocalyptic runway. One of the queens looks like all like it looks like she smoked in bed. Her hair's all flat and
I
she's covered in
remember
soot.
that. Yeah.
So I hear RuPaul going, "Don't smoke in bed."
So funny. So, I mean, this is the kind of humor from the original show. Like you see her with a cigarette and you're like, "Oh no," and then it actually happens. Hilarious. I love
It's
this.
hilarious. It's sad though that it's not one of the original characters we're laughing with
Yeah.
or
But she's
at, whatever.
trying.
It's
It is
yeah,
not this actress's fault. I already forgot her name. I think it's Chowdhury something. Or is that her
she's
name in the
good.
show? She is good. So Miranda back at the bar, Miranda's feeling down,
Looking,
rejected,
looking
neglected,
tragic.
lonely, and then
Jump scare.
the bombshell walks.
Yes.
I love Rosie O'Donnell. I will not be talking shit about her, but I
Yeah.
will be talking shit about the character. Okay.
Yeah.
That's how I'm gonna put it. Mary, I'm just gonna call her Rosie O'Donnell because it's hard to see Rosie O'Donnell as anyone else, even though she's a totally competent actor.
Yes, she is, but it is hard. She also created a character for herself over the years because I feel like when she had her talk show, I'm going off, but I feel like it wasn't truly her, maybe.
Oh
I think
yeah.
she had a character that is ingrained in our head. So you see her doing something other than that, it's a little jarring, but she does
Hmm.
a good, I thought she did an okay job.
She did good. Of course. Let's oh, it's me trying to pretend I know what I'm doing. Anyway, Rosie O'Donnell, her name's Mary on the show, is at the bar eyeing Miranda when a young lesbian walks by on her phone and says, I gotta go now. There's only randos at the bar now. Like it's
Is
like
that an insulting thing? I didn't understand how that was supposed to be insulting.
it would have been better if it was
Uh,
about their looks. There was only Uggos or something at the bar.
Yes,
That
yes.
would have been better.
Everyone hears fugly. I looked right at Miranda when she said it on the phone. Everyone hears fugly and then walks
Fat,
out. Yes.
fat, over the hill,
Yes.
loser, dried up,
Yes.
menopausal losers. Oh, but
Everyone in here
got
is
you.
dusty and old and
And then Rosie O'Donnell's here
useless.
too. Random.
Right? What is Rosie O'Donnell doing here? That would have been hilarious.
And Rosie, I guess her opening line is that I wouldn't put you in the rando category. And then some more awkward flirting. But it definitely doesn't seem like her first time hitting on a woman. It
She's
doesn't.
very bold. I mean, she's very bold. Like, if it was your first time, would you just walk up to somebody and be like, I have a hotel?
Yeah,
Fuck me.
they
Oh,
would be
sorry, wrong.
playing small, whereas Rosie is very overt, which is I guess it's her
Yeah. There would be some shy, not, she's a little shy, but maybe a little less, be a little more cautious going up to someone else instead of just,
no fear of
you're really
rejection at all
pretty.
here.
Yeah, I have a hotel.
Let's go bang
Eat me out.
for the first time
Yeah.
ever. Um,
Finger bang me.
blast me like shaded. Rosie said she's in town all week for the World Conference for Compassion for the Unhoused. I don't know if they're trying to be funny with making it that long, but I chuckled a little bit. Not at homeless people. I just think the name of is the World Conference for Compassion for the Unhoused. Like that is a
World
mouthful.
Conference for the Compassion of, yeah, what's that acronym? I can't even come up with that.
Wakahow.
Cow.
Wakahow. Rosie says,
Like a
"Oh,
high.
yeah, you're so pretty. I have a hotel room." Miranda's like, "All right."
And I even have a head for you to put your wig on while you sleep.
I do appreciate her getting to the point. And Also, I didn't know Rosie was just in one episode. Apparently, it's just the one episode. I thought she was a character in the season, but
Like
I
a
think it's
regular. Yeah,
yeah, I think it's better this way because we need to forget Che. And even though Rosie is definitely not Che, the comparisons would be drawn, and I don't want that for Rosie.
I agree. We don't want to hate that character. I don't hate this character and I don't want to. So it's glad she didn't outstay her welcome.
Mhm. Let's see. Okay, Lisa and her cute husband,
Hot
so cute and adorable
husband.
and
I love
lovable.
him.
They're in bed. Everyone's in bed, I told you. Lisa and her cute husband Herbert are in bed when she gets up to work on her presentation for PBS. And also there's I don't know if you noticed, I'm sure you did. There's some weird like dubbing here where like that she
Yes.
said I'm getting up to work on my presentation. Her mouth ain't moving, and then they added in for PBS. I'm like, did they have to wait and get PBS's permission or something? Because why would you add that later? It's so weird.
And it's weird. And she kept saying, go back to sleep, go back to sleep, go back to sleep. Like, girl,
Put his ass to
trying.
sleep. Hop on.
Get out.
So strange. But she's doing a presentation for or a series on 10 historical Black women. Miranda, unsung historical Black women. Let's see here. Oh, there he is. Herbert.
Hey.
Uh,
Uh.
Ew. A little
Ow.
facial hair. Let's try it out.
Super cute.
Hmm. Okay, so Miranda and Rosie O'Donnell are in bed together the next morning. And Rosie says, "Oh, you are amazing. I've never experienced anything like that." And I'm like, isn't Miranda pretty new to eat and box herself? Like, is she really blowing other lesbians' minds like that? But then,
Well, I mean, she was wearing like a strap on and stuff with Che, so I mean, like she's
do you carry
gone
that
through it
with
a little
you?
bit.
Do you
Like
carry
you
that with
carry
you to the
that.
bar?
Right. She should have. She
Just a
should put it
rolling
in her purse.
suitcase, a carry-on.
Right. She opens it up and there's like chains and whips and cat o'
Lesbians.
nine tails and all this stuff in there. She's like, hmm. Like the Golden Girls where Blanche finds out that that guy he was a priest, which we're getting to that, and he's a
Hmm.
virgin. She's like, this brings out the artist in me.
But see, that's how you handle it. Oh my God.
Yes.
This could be really condensed down. I think this episode's 45 minutes and it could have been 22.
10.
Yeah. But we find out that this is Rosie O'Donnell's first time having sex. She is a
Yes.
virgin. She reveals to Miranda. Miranda is, of course, shocked by that. Do you think that's believable? It's because it's Rosie O'Donnell. I just can't get it down with it.
Well, I think when she said she's a nun, which is again another Blanche thing, nun, the word says it all. You know, like there's a lot of shows where there's nuns that do stuff that nuns, like there's a Facts of Life, there's a Golden Girls where there's like a nun or a priest or something like that. And what's that one show? There's another show where she like, I can't think what it's called. It doesn't matter. There's this storyline of a nun or a priest leaving the convent or leaving the church. This is like a classic like trope in sitcoms. So it wasn't
Yeah.
that like it didn't speak to me. I've
It,
seen
it
it
didn't speak to
before.
me either, but I'll play along. That's fine. It's just one
Sure.
episode. Um, oh God. Oh,
But I automatically thought, uh-oh, now she's gonna stalk Miranda. That was my first thought. She's gonna fall in love with her and stalk her down, and you know, I will not be ignored.
I will not be ignored, Dan. Let's see. Okay, Charlotte's walking her dog in the park with Lisa, who I'm sorry,
Has
Lisa.
cleavage.
Yeah, totally appropriate for the park.
Totally.
I just feel like Lisa is free with purchase. Seema is the most interesting on her own. Lisa, I'm sorry, I'm not really interested in what she's doing, but then they just like throw her in here.
Well, the biggest issue I have is her hair changes in every scene. Like, and it's good. It's not very good in every scene. Like, I get it, like, but I need a signature for her, is what I want.
I
I
thought
want
the
some,
bob was her signature.
but she didn't have it. Look, she doesn't have it there. She didn't have it in another scene. She didn't have the bangs.
Well, I
So it
do.
changed several times. I want a signature for her so I guess those big old necklaces. I love those. I do really like those actually. Those
Samantha
big
used to do
necklaces.
that. See, they're taking
Yeah.
little bits and pieces.
Yeah.
I agree on signature hair, especially if we don't know you like that yet. I know it's season 3, but I want to
Still.
know. I want a place to land and call home. And so, okay, I get it. But she's sweating it out. I remember her wearing a wig last season because she yanked it off in the rain or something. Wasn't there that moment? But anyway, so they're like the audience is let in that she's wearing a wig when she's wearing the bob normally.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
believe, which is fine. Charlotte's walking her dog, and a woman starts yelling at him, and your dog, your fucking dog,
You're a
the
pasty
monster.
hack. I'm doing it again.
Your fat monster dog is attacking my dog. And Charlotte's like, you're mistaken. She handled it way better than I would. I'd be like, bitch, let's go.
And I would have walked away. I would not have stood there.
Hell no. Waited for the,
No.
the lawsuit paperwork to be
Yeah, absolutely not.
wait to be served. No.
Not at all.
And isn't she a lawyer? No, she's not a lawyer. Well, she's smart. She could chime in. She could help your girl
She could be
out.
like, I'm gonna make a documentary on you. Don't walk away.
Yeah,
No,
use your
she's
power.
PBS was gonna do a story on this.
Why would you even have that dog in a baby carriage at the park anyway? That dog doesn't need exercise. It just sits there.
It's little, it's tiny, yeah. I don't know. What do you think of like that like this minor, but this costume choices? I know we'll talk about fashion another time, but
I
I
like
feel
the
like
bright colors. I feel
it's
like
very coordinated.
it is.
Very coordinated. I
I
always
wonder.
pay attention to that stuff in sitcoms. I'll look at a scene and there'll be like someone will have bright pink on, and then someone will have a little accent of pink, and there might be something pink in the background. I always notice that stuff. Like if I'm
Hmm.
watching The Nanny or whatever, I'm like, oh wow, this scene is so put together. Someone put a lot of thought in this.
And this is lit really pretty. They look good. So,
Hmm.
I mean,
Yep.
so back home, she's telling Harry, and isn't this Rock? Are we still calling
I think they did.
the
I don't remember them using the name. I don't remember. I mean, I think it's Rock, but I don't.
and about the park incident? And Rock's like, Mom, believe women, which a couple years ago people would have still been on board with, but now
I don't know.
believe Casey Anthony.
Believe Casey Anthony.
I dare you not believe Jodi Arias.
Believe that one. What's the name of that woman who just pretended to be kidnapped? There's all these new documentaries and stuff on her.
Papini, Sherry
Papini, yeah.
Papini or
I started
something.
watching one. I'm going back to it.
And
Anyway.
if Chris Watts transitions behind bars, then we're gonna believe him too. Just believe everybody.
Whoa. If that happens, you're going to be so disappointed.
He's a woman now. Believe him.
That's John's boyfriend.
No. No, it's not. No, it's not. And I have not sent him any postcards either. Oh my God.
Because you don't want to lick a stamp. If you didn't have to lick the stamp, you'd be sending them all kinds of shit. No, I'm just kidding. Go
Yeah.
on.
Oh my God. So Lily comes in. Lily looks really cute. Good hair.
Isn't she like 40?
Is she?
The actor, isn't the actor like
Well,
way older?
that wouldn't surprise. I don't think. I know you're joking, but I don't think
No, I
40.
mean, I don't think she's 40, but I thought she's like 20 something and she's playing like, am I not making this up? I thought
No,
we
I'm
talked about
sure
it
you're. I'm
before.
sure that's right.
Okay. Anyway,
Even without looking, but she has some little banter with Rock. And let's see. She likes a boy at school. Is there a teenage pregnancy scare coming up? Did we have that last season? Or was it just her having sex for the first time? Because remember
maybe that.
Charlotte was in the rain or the snow looking for condoms. It was so stupid. Anyway, Carrie, here we go. Here we go with the
That
fashion and the look.
hat looks like a giant gingham anus is trying to eat her head. That hat is
It's
offensive.
prolapse. It really is.
It is offensive. What is she eating? Is she dipping carrots in dip or something? No,
I
wait,
think,
that's ice cream. Maybe it's okay. She's having ice
or
cream. Never
gelato
mind.
maybe or something,
Gelato.
to be more
Yeah, it could be
specific.
gelato. It's Dole Whip.
I like this. I like the bag that Seema's carrying. I think that
Oh
is.
yeah, you could put so much shit in that.
I would totally just carry that. Put my
Yeah.
laptop in there. Let's see. Let's see.
She looks so good.
Seema.
She's always wearing like brown and stuff, and it looks so good on her. And I don't have anything that's well brown, but I don't want brown. But she looks amazing. Beige, like her skin color and everything. She's fabulous. I hope she gets, after this is over, she gets a starring role in something.
Yeah, her own spin off, spin this bitch off.
Pin this bitch off.
Let's see.
Is that a choir behind her or a bunch of people who just
They just
graduated?
graduated. Seema tells
Oh yeah,
Carrie.
because she goes, "Congratulations," as they walk by.
I
And then
remember
they spit
seeing.
on her. No, they didn't
I
really
remember
know.
seeing on Instagram or something paparazzi footage or footage from people watching this scene. So I do
That
remember
stupid hat.
and them
Yes.
doing it. Yeah, we saw that before.
Offensive.
Um, Seema tells Carrie that after the fire, she called her man and kind of demanded he come see her. I need proof he loves me. And Carrie says Aiden has been in her life for a very long time and they know each other and how they feel about each other very well.
Sorry,
Cry for help.
I dozed off during that bit. Yeah.
Me and Aiden, we don't need to be together. We don't need to be alive at the same
She's just
time.
telling herself this to keep from breaking down because she is a fool. She does not believe any of this. Carrie has always been a romantic. It's so shocking to me that she would allow Aiden to just do this, just excuse it away all the
Especially
time.
especially at this age. Who's
Hmm.
got years to just burn and be on hold for somebody? It's so stupid. Did they agree they could bang other people? Like, or was that implied?
I don't remember them agreeing,
Right.
but it kind of seems like maybe in the next episode or future episodes, if you watch the end, that says, in the future, coming up on the season of it, there's a talk of her doing something with somebody. So I don't know.
Damn, I missed that part. Okay. The most interesting is the upcoming part this
I know, right?
season.
Not this episode.
It's
It's
not
what
this
they're
one.
promising us, and it better live up.
Yeah, I just ugh.
Oh my God, that hat stop.
That's the thumbnail. That's the
Gonna haunt
thumbnail.
me in the night.
Ooh, wow. I don't know. So look, Lisa's in her meeting with
There's that giant
PBS.
necklace. I kind of like
That
those
is too
actually.
big. That
It's a
goes
little, that's a little too big, but I like some of the ones she's had.
that is something from a bowl on a coffee
I
table.
know,
That does not.
that's right, and like Z Gallery or something,
Uh-huh.
and it looks kind of like if she laid down, she wouldn't be able to see over it. You know what I mean? Like it's like she better not take a nap in
It's
that thing.
obstructing. I mean, and she's in like an editing bay. It's clanging into the computer and microphone. I mean, it's
Well,
just
and also like it has to throw off your like sense of what do you call it? Sense of
your
what do you call it? Like where you can tell stuff's around you
your
and you don't crash into
peripheral.
things. Yeah, whatever. It has to mess with that. Like she probably trips over stuff all the time because
It could
like on her
be
own feet.
it could be used for some funny physical comedy, but she doesn't go there with it.
Yeah.
Actually, she's in a meeting for PBS going over ideas for unsung Black women in history. When Herbert calls to ask, "Am I cool?" Look, Herbert,
That was his urgent call.
we're just happy to see you, Herbert. I don't care what they have to do to keep intercutting you in Lisa's scenes. Like, let's just keep it happening. He's so adorable. Um, let's see. He's running for comptroller, which full disclosure, I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
I'll Google it later. Please don't loader later. Please don't comment with what it is because I don't really care that much. But remember there was when Carrie was dating somebody, that actor with the white hair, and they were on
Yeah, yeah.
Staten
He was a
Island.
politician, yeah?
Wasn't he running for the same thing? I think
I
so.
don't know.
Anyway,
See, there's the bob. Now she has the bangs.
yeah.
It looks okay. It looks
That's
good better in that picture than some of the pictures. Looks a little more under control. I
yeah.
like it a little more.
Let's see. The PBS execs asked Lisa to trade out one of her choices for her unsung black women for Michelle Obama, which is so funny. Isn't that funny? You don't think?
Well, I'm sure. I mean, this whole unsung thing, like
Yeah.
she's hardly unsung. So that was something else. Like she's like the most sung
Well, and Lisa
in
does
modern
say.
times.
I mean, she says, "Well, this is about unsung women. Michelle is sung, and she is." I feel like they should have compromised here because then they left, and I expected her to be like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" But instead, she was secretly excited about Michelle Obama, which I'm gonna say something here.
Are you sure you want
Yes,
to?
I feel like, and I'm sure I'm wrong. I feel like that sometimes in this show they have characters that are like how a white person would write a black character. Like, oh, they're gotta be obsessed with Michelle Obama, Beyonce, and Jay-Z. Like, It's like the
Like
trope
they're sort of
checklist.
watering it down a little bit. Like I feel like since you said that, I feel like this show does make white people feel like they have black friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're trying to make it so these, vanilla people that I talked about, the mayonnaise, Lululemon, pumpkin spice latte people, like think they feel very inclusive and into diversity because they watch the show. You
Yeah.
know,
I watched that just like that. It's got that sort of black lady on there.
I
She,
know.
I'm
Yeah.
joking. But it just, I don't know. And then their apartment is all decorated. We talked about this last year. It's all like civil rights art and shit. And it's just so heavy-handed that it feels like trying too hard by a white person, I'm assuming. Do I know that for sure? No. Let's see.
Well, it said written by Michael Patrick King, and he was the only name. So
Thank you,
he must have wrote
period.
this whole
Yeah.
thing. So
Yeah, so I was right. Um, I know there's a writer's room. We know. They ask where Michelle Obama is, and Lisa says, I don't know where she is. I don't know her. I don't know her. Yeah,
I
cool.
don't know her.
But I realize we're taking
Or J-Lo.
or J-Lo. Well, let's see here. Carrie's back at Grey Gardens talking to the cat. I mean,
Why did
what
she
it
whip those pants out? Is that a threat that she's going to wear those? Is she like threatening us with those pants?
I mean, just a rolling rack talking to the cat. Let me tell you, this is bad. She doesn't even have anybody to talk to in a scene. They couldn't plug somebody in here. We got to use the cat as a
Bring that
character.
neighbor up from downstairs, something.
They do this on The Real Housewives. They will have them packing for vacation, and they'll either have somebody on speakerphone, which is fine, or if not, if everybody hates them, they'll be talking to the dog or something, or a husband that's totally disinterested. Like this is, she has no audience.
Shouldn't she be on the phone? Well, she is later when that stuff happens, but she be on the phone with one of her friends? Like, why don't they be have her on the phone with Samantha right now? Who
Well, this
cares? Do something.
Well, they had the opportunity and they sort of half-assed made a callback to the episode of Sex and the City where Miranda slipped in the bathroom. Remember that? And Aiden had to go.
Yeah.
Carrie sent Aiden over to get
Yeah,
her.
yeah, yeah. I thought
Um,
she was going to break a hip when she did that because she's right there.
yeah.
But
Well, Miranda should
no,
have sent Rosie O'Donnell over to pick up Carrie. And yeah, did she break the other
why
hip?
not?
Because
I
last
don't
year she
know.
broke a hip.
And that's when she peed the bed, yeah? That's when she
Mhm.
peed the bed. So, this whole thing with the alarm going off, did you hope there was an intruder? Because I did.
Yes,
I
yes.
100% thought she was going to have to fight off an attacker or a serial killer or something, and then like nothing. Like there's several things on the show which we've experienced in the past. You thought something was going to happen, they painted that, and then it didn't happen. That's why I said I feel like this audience is like, we can't scare anyone, we can't make them afraid, we can't overexcite them because the people who watch the show are prone to heart attacks at their age. Like, what are they doing, Like, why are they making this so watered down? I wanted an attacker. So maybe Aiden shows up out of nowhere and fights off the attacker, and then she's, you're back, I love, anything.
Why couldn't
God.
it be like The Craft when the guy at the beginning, the homeless guy, I'm sorry, unhoused guy walks in the house with a snake and is like, "You want to come take a look at that?" Remember that?
Yes.
And she's like, "Dad."
Just some weirdo, not even an attacker. Like somebody walks in and with like, I don't know, a snake or like,
Yeah,
like something.
a better outfit. Let's see. So she does call Miranda and say, "I've fallen and I can't get up," which is so that makes it very clear who the audience is because no one under
She should have had a life alert.
shoulda, no one under a certain age is going to get that reference at all. I don't think. Um, so Miranda tells Carrie about having sex with the nun, and Carrie says, "You deflowered the Virgin Mary." That was, I mean, oh, okay, sort of clever.
They're trying to be
They're
funny.
trying to get back to where we were.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. Back at Lisa's house with all her assorted children, that I'm going to be fully honest, I don't remember how many she
I didn't
has.
either. I thought the same. I was like, did she have that many?
I mean, kids kept coming out of the woodwork. I was like, oh, oh,
Well,
there's another one.
back in the day with sitcoms, when they ran out of ideas, they introduced children. So
Oh
maybe
my
they're like,
God.
we got to give her, Raven Simone and
The final season
the
of every
Cosby
sitcom is
Show,
the
and
baby season
yes,
or
as a
the
kid,
wedding.
Cousin Oliver. from Brady Bunch. Yeah,
Yeah.
so maybe they just added some more kids for her something to give her something else to stress about.
Yeah. But they just kept coming. They're all, and she's got them working too. They're making stuff and okay.
They're making Chinese food. Fun.
Um, she's telling Herbert about how they want her to include Michelle Obama, and he doesn't even give a shit. He's very focused on that comptroller, whatever that is. It must be a very important position. And
I
let's
feel
see,
like it's somebody who like is in charge of like I shouldn't say it because I'm
copying.
gonna get corrected, but like different city streets or something like that.
This is all the
Like,
comments are going to be. We
yeah, I
somebody has to
know.
look it
This is what
up.
a comptroller
That's
is.
really all it's they're
Yeah.
going to be a controller in the fucking comments.
Yeah. How
We
dare
love
you
it.
not know what I do?
How dare you? Didn't you? Don't you vote? Here's her son. Okay. Anyway, Carrie meets Anthony and his new boyfriend at Lincoln
Rick and
Center.
Frack, like they just show up, like go away. Why didn't
Yeah.
somebody like set a trap
Let's
for
give
them?
Carrie something to
Spray.
do.
Shh, I'm gonna spray for them so they don't show up. Here they are, trying to be funny.
So they've all got a date with Charlotte and her daughters to see a ballet, which I don't recall hearing about before, but that's fine. I don't care. And Anthony asks, let's see. Oh, Anthony asks Carrie why she's not at home getting her back blown out by Aiden, because I guess he's their friend, but just when it's convenient for Carrie or the
Yeah,
scene. So he
yeah.
doesn't really know what's going on in their life. And I feel like the character actually sort of cares, whereas he's just disposable to them. So, and she says, let's see. Oh, he doesn't know about the 5-year breakthrough on. I guess he missed the memo on that. But anyway, Rock and Lily do show up. And I'm like, oh, okay, just everybody's here.
Did you see when they go into the building? It says
Of
the hours.
course.
I've got a
The
sinking
dancing noses.
feeling. I thought that. I thought it was gonna be
I
like the hours, the that was the ballet, but I don't know.
the Kath and Kim episode is what we're
Yes.
talking about, if you don't
Yes.
know.
With the dancing noses.
The
Yeah.
dancing noses king. Um, and look at Carrie, she's so bewildered by just architecture and
And
just
more snatched back hair. Like,
you would just like a little something right
yeah,
here.
now she looks like a xenomorph in a wig with extensions.
Okay, somebody make that image for us. Um, let's see. Anthony says, how can you not know how long Aiden is going to be gone? Like, finally, somebody cuts to the chase and is like, Carrie, what the hell? And let's see. She's like, none of your fucking business. I don't remember what she said. Here's the dancer
Oh,
that,
this is the all I see is package. That's all I see in this
yeah,
whole
and I think
thing.
that's intentional, and we
I
appreciate
do.
it. Although I
For
don't
the
know.
gay guys watching.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know how old this person is, but
Yeah. I don't
okay.
know.
Uh, anyway.
He's
So
not
Lily,
my type.
well, and he's a dancer, and she's a sophisticated New York City kid. You're telling me she don't have an inkling that he might be a homo?
I know, and she's way too excited.
What
Like,
I
I don't
mean,
even believe it. Yeah.
and like, girl, you're cute. Like, I'm sure he'll throw you some dick if you want. Like, it's fine. It's not. I mean, I could totally see them as a couple. Like, why not?
Sure, why not?
Ah!
Oh.
Mommy
There's
dearest,
so many jump scares in this
this is
episode.
really we're doing
Look
it in
at the
real
shape,
time now.
the shape of her head. I'm sorry, the shape of her head.
So Charlotte is at the med spa, doggy daycare.
She's there to get a peel.
Get a yeah, undo something. She's trying to take her dog to doggy daycare and is turned away because her nemesis in the park, her dog's there too. Props to this actor. I like to give credit to the
Sure.
supporting people that only get one episode. He was funnier than everybody in the episode, just with his face.
Well, didn't you wonder how did that lady with the little dog get Charlotte's name and where she takes her dog to try to take her dog for daycare? Like, how did she know all of this? They didn't exchange information because Charlotte was like, that's not my problem. I'm not doing it. She leaves. So how does she know where she's going to
I think
blackball her?
I'm assuming it's just their local sort of Upper East
It's
Side.
New York. There's probably more than one. I mean, I live in Chicago. There's a couple down the street.
I don't
So
know. That's just my assumption.
that's a plot hole.
It's actually not. This is not a cute dog to me. That does look like a rat, actually. Or they should. I don't know.
I
Let's
guess.
see.
It's a generic storyline.
So they turn him away. Let's see here. Oh, this is where Anthony gets, or Carrie gets pissed off at Anthony for asking too many questions, which is like Samantha should be asking these questions. Honey, you're
But
telling me you're gonna sit at home on your box for 5 years waiting for Aiden to decide he's ready for you to be in his life? Look, I'll just be Samantha. But I
yeah,
love
I mean,
him.
by then she's gonna be so so dried and shriveled up. He's gonna be like, and he is aging very well, so
And the
well,
whole, like, we need
pretty
that
well.
perspective. We need an older person's perspective, older than Carrie. Like, Samantha always had a great, like, look, I'm 10 years older than you, I think. Sort of. Something like that. I'm like older than you. So her advice held more weight because you're like, oh, well, this person has,
Well, and she's been around the block a few times,
yeah.
so yeah.
Let's see. I love Mario Cantone. I do find him very funny. Oh, God.
At least he's trying. I felt like he kind of tried,
Yeah.
to stay in with his character,
No, no,
and
no. He's
you
fine.
know,
I hated
yeah,
that whole bread storyline with the hot bread guys. But anyway, what I'm sighing at is Carrie's back at home with the fucking cat again. Like, really, this is so stereotypical spinster, single,
yeah.
depressed woman in all alone. That, I mean, start an orphanage or something. That place is huge. What are you doing in there? Like, why is it so big? And you're just, I know it's not fully furnished yet, I guess.
Well, even when it is, what is she gonna do with all that space?
Just,
I mean, I guess she thinks Aiden's coming back, and they're gonna
we're gonna
live
start a
happily.
family.
They're gonna start a they're gonna adopt. They could have a child. They could adopt a child. I have so many Golden Girls references this episode. Sorry.
It's like I'm trying to think that episode of Ab Fab where Patsy says that she's gonna have a baby. I'm going to have a baby, and Sappy's like, no, and she's like, the doctor found one egg up hidden behind my liver or something like that.
Well, maybe that's gonna happen.
Um, but anyway, Carrie decides to do get an 8 ball out. Um,
Okay. Do people know? I mean, I know what those are, obviously, but I
yeah,
guess they still make those.
I don't know.
The other day I had a fortune cookie. I got it it was a Wednesday, and I opened it and it said, "This Wednesday, you should blah blah blah." I was like,
Oh, well, look, AI is
creepy.
getting so freaking good.
It was creepy. I'm like, it is Wednesday.
That's going to be the future as you go. Never mind. Let me not even go there. I'm spiraling. Um, she's looking for answers. Let's see here. Oops. Anyways. Outlook good.
Outlook good.
Carrie
Is
just
it
loves.
though?
I mean, this is so depressing. Like, and she's all smug about it. Like, yeah, I told you, bitches. Everything's just fine.
I should have chucked it out the window. I should have said something bad. Aiden doesn't love you.
Run, bitch. I'm in. The call's coming from inside the house. Carrie back in bed again, and Aiden calls. Ugh.
This was rough.
This is rough. I don't even know how we're gonna. Aiden calls her drunk because why else would you? Hello? Carrie, I know I said I wanted no contact, but I'm drunk. It really is like an ex.
Yeah, and then he wants to. I was cringe. This made me cringe. I'm sorry. When he goes, I ache for you. I was like,
But she's
oh
thrilled. Look at her.
God.
She can't wait. This
Well,
is
at first she's thrilled, and then she realizes that she has no sex drive left.
she forgot
So
her Premarin.
she's already gone through menopause. So now she's like,
She's like, hold on.
right? She's just got to
I
get
gave up.
through it. Oh my God. I mean,
But
pop some estrogen. Is that what you
yeah,
take?
I'm assuming. I don't know. We're the wrong audience. Um, and I love that he's drinking behind the wheel of a car. Like the show
I
is,
know. I was like, you better not be driving.
well, I mean, they're so politically correct that it's nice to see something a little edgy in this.
Yeah. And then he
And
like totally gets off in the car. Like, okay, so maybe in a porn, maybe that would be hot, but this, it feels kind of sad.
it's super sad. I mean, number one, he's trapped with those children. Here's where the Chris Watts inspirations would come into play. Like,
Don't do
I can
it.
expedite that 5 years. We can make that go by real fast. Aiden's a different kind of guy. Touch yourself, Carrie. And he accidentally
Touch
honks the
yourself.
horn, which what a nightmare. Like, wouldn't you just shrivel up
Well,
and die?
could you have you ever had phone sex like this? Sure. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Just curious.
Not
I have.
behind
I
the
mean,
wheel of a car.
when right. Like Basic Instinct 2. No, I haven't had any
Oh,
like I mean that wasn't on
you
the
know I
phone,
love
but
that movie.
that was in a car. Yeah, I know we love it. Yeah, no, I have, and I don't know. I just can't imagine what's his name, John Corbett, being able to do that with a straight face. I would be like, he had to go somewhere in his mind, like somewhere far, far away, to get him to be able
Come
to
on
do
down to
that.
Applebee's for the baby back
That's
ribs.
what he was thinking about while this was going on, because he's like, I gotta go to my happy place.
He got the script and was like,
Are you kidding me? Yes.
"You're gonna
Right.
pay me to sit in a car in a field?"
What? Are you out of your damn minds?
It's like, wow, this show's really gone downhill. Maybe they should have killed me and kept Big around.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So let's see. The cat's
You know what I
watching.
totally thought? I thought a pussy watching Carrie play with her pussy.
Pissy, I'm pissy. No, this is totally. I don't have a cat anymore, but this is relatable content for pet owners. Like, can you stop watching me?
Like, yeah, right, I know. You have to like I
And
don't know how to get past that, honestly.
and that alone is bad. And then when somebody else is there, then you're really like, oh my God, they know what I'm doing. Uh, so she has stage fright because of the cat. He honked the horn. It's just not, they're not vibing. They
Stage
honestly
fright.
have no chemistry. I don't even know why they're
Like a I don't know, I can't sing
together.
that. Right? I'm getting blonde ambition like a virgin performance on that
Oh,
bed.
let's do it. I made it through.
Slamming her crotch on the bed.
Ah!
Ah!
Okay. Miranda's in her office when Rosie O'Donnell just decides to send her a selfie in front of a, a carousel at Central Park.
Which is actually sweet. You know,
It
it's sweet. Come ride the carousel with me. I mean, it's sweet.
from your last one night stand when you've completely moved on and have no interest. Still
Yeah.
sweet.
Well, it's a sweet idea.
Yeah, it's
You know.
actually psychotic. Um,
It's psycho, but I think it's a sweet idea. Like if
I'm
I
s-
were dating someone and I liked them and I thought it was going well, even though that's not really what was happening here, asking them to come ride the carousel. If someone asked me to ride the carousel with them and everything was going great, I would be like, oh yeah, let's do it. That's sweet.
you lost me at dating someone and I like them. I can't even fathom.
No, well, I didn't
Fiction.
say that was, I said if.
Yeah, if. Let's see. She gets the text. And Rosie O'Donnell, God bless her, she only wants to do, but this is very rosy coded to only want to do touristy New York City activities, which I'm like, I don't really find anything wrong with that. The M&M store was a bit much.
Oh my God. One time, who was it that said, oh, did you go to the M&M store? Oh, that was from The Office. But Erin, she asked, oh, look, did you go to the M&M store? But someone else was talking about the M&M store. This girl I grew up with, she loved the M&M store. I'm like, really?
What? I
You can
maybe
mix
I'm
any
just
color you want. I'm
maybe
like,
I'm just no fun or something. I don't know. I love an M&M just like the next person. A whole store, is that? I gotta see now. Now I need to know
it
what's
just
going
like
on in
there's a
there.
whole bunch of different like solid colors and you can mix them. People will go there for weddings and fill them up with like my wedding is blue and pink. So I have pink M&Ms in here and I have blue ones in here. Then I set them up as part of this guest,
Sounds like
guest
a
gifts.
sounds like it could be a website
Well, I would be like taking those M&Ms and like showgirling them with like pearls out on the dance floor and taking out the bride.
for real.
This crappy gift.
What the hell is this? I got you a bracelet. Let's see. Seema's man surprises her.
What do
Very
you think of
cute.
those like on her outfit? Those like yeah,
Her hard
that.
nipples.
Well, that, but the thing on the arms, like, why do they break that up like that? It's weird.
Let me see. Oh, that is weird.
I think that was weird. It kind of ruins it to me. I think it's beautiful what she's wearing, but why that?
I hate that. Kind of reminds me of the cold
Dumb.
shoulder thing. Like
Yeah.
everything they sell for women at Kohl's has like a hole cut out
Oh,
right.
Cole shoulders. Coles. Don't get me started on Coles. You know how I feel about Coles. I hate
Well,
Coles.
yeah, at
Like
Kohl's.
shopping at
Yeah.
a yard sale.
I return my Amazon shit there if I ever return
Oh,
anything.
that it is handy for that. Even
It
though
is.
the one by here you have to go like all the way through, all the way upstairs, all the way to the back. I'm like, damn.
Forcing you to shop before.
Yes. Yes.
How dare they? Anyway, he looks gay.
Well, it's the neckerchief thing,
Oh my
whatever that
God.
is. It's what it is. If he has one in every scene. I'm like, who came up with that? I guess it makes him European and like an artsy film director or whatever. And I'm like, no, it's stupid.
It is
He should have taken it
stupid.
off, pulled it off, and blew his nose and put it back
Yeah.
on.
There was somebody in St. Louis locally that this was their trademark. And I just remember thinking, God, if you took that off, you would totally be at least
Totally
somewhat
invisible.
attractive. Like
Oh,
they weren't,
invisible.
no, no, no. Well, yes. But I mean, they weren't like necessarily attractive anyway. But I was like, this is not helping. Like,
This is not a good signature look.
it's
No,
not. Pick something
no,
else.
it's
Do
not.
my
You,
eyebrows. Do something else.
yeah, I don't like it.
I don't like it. So he sweeps her off her feet for a day that's really just him working. You better believe I was checking these teacups, coffee
Yes,
for
yes.
liquid, and I did see not in this part, but in the next, like when he was kind of here, because me and Jay have a thing against empty coffee cups. Like it's psychotic how
I
many
hate
freaking
it.
in every movie and TV show it will ruin a scene. And it's not like I don't know. You're not fooling us.
Nope.
Um, fit check. Seema comes out of her building. I like the
Gorge.
yeah, I like the exterior of her building. And look this up, it has some movement, so I'm
It's
okay.
gorge. I do like this.
She always wears a lot of metal jewelry, like gold, silver jewelry, which looks great with her.
Did you notice her hair length changed a lot during this? So after the fire, she was like, "My hair's short now," and he's like, "It's short." But you watch a couple scenes later, it's long again. So I don't know if they filmed them out of order or something, but it changes
Um,
lengths.
let's see here.
Wait till
It
she's standing on the pier or whatever. That's when it looks longer.
it looks perfect right here. Like
Yeah, it
it's
looks great.
gorgeous.
Hmm.
And
Those guys.
here's the assistant guy that they have to like try to make him unattractive with these weird shaped glasses, and then the front seat guy who's just like a big
Do you think
dope.
that's really his hair? Are those bangs or he just has a really low hairline in the front?
I bet it
It doesn't matter,
is.
but
I
it
bet
looks
it
like a
is his
wig.
hair. I hate it, but
I hate it.
I prefer the Super Mario guy. Let's see here. So he's like, yeah, we are going to lunch, but first, can you come with me for 24 hours of solid work nonstop with me and my
Right,
assistants?
and I ignore you. And have you ever
Anyone
done
ever
that? Have you ever gone to like a study date with somebody and you really didn't want to study, but they really did want to study, and you're just like,
I've maybe not studying, but I never studied on a date. But
well, I
but
used to kind of try, this is 100 years ago, date this guy who was a master's student. Oh, don't ever do it. They're so busy. I'm like,
yeah, call me when you're done and ready to
yes.
you need someone to spend your money.
Yeah.
Just kidding. But no, I mean, I've definitely been on a date where I'm more into the activity or vice versa, and it's just torture because I really can't hide how I feel about
No, for
the
sure.
situation. Let's see. They're in the car and he's offended by her perfume, and I'm offended by him being offended by her
I
perfume.
agree. Like if it was that girl in the back seats and he was like, "You smell like Jeanette body splash," that would be okay. But Seema's, no, she probably smells amazing. It's probably very expensive perfume as well. Like she doesn't wear any, what is Chloe? Is that cheap? What's a cheap one?
Gosh, I don't even know. Like a
Smells
Britney
like,
Spears, Curious.
yes, yes, she wears Paris Hilton's.
This is, oh, I know. Like I have it right here. Dolly Parton's perfume.
She has the Cher ones that ended up at the Dollar Tree.
Yeah, those. And look
Share,
at
what is it called? Shared decades or something? I don't know what it's
it's
called.
so complicated. It could have been better. Um, and I don't think I ever smelled it. More perfume talk on our Patreon. Link below. But anyway, and then the assistant says, roll down. I don't know if he was talking to the driver or Seema saying, roll down the window. And it's rolled down, and she's sitting there looking all sad and down. Her
Aw,
self-esteem's damaged. I'm like, bitch, run.
yeah, she should have jumped. She should have jumped rolling out of that car while it was moving. She should have been like, "Bye, bitch, I'm out.
Like, I pride myself on smelling good at all times. If someone didn't like the choice I made, the cologne or perfume choice I made, that to me says red
Bye."
flag, like
Yep.
goodbye.
She
or
just drove
we're just
herself
not
out the car.
compatible. Like
Yeah.
sometimes you know somebody's own, like not even that they have bad body odor, but just the smell of them sweating like turns you off. Like that to me is nature or something saying this is not the person for you. Like
Yeah.
it should turn you on if
It
anything.
should. It should. Because when you pick okay, we pick your fragrance, it should mix well with your body, your body. What
Chemistry,
is it?
yeah.
Whatever it's called. So
Chem
then it should be good for someone else too. It's like synchronized.
mm-hmm. Ah, Charlotte. There she is doing her signature look again. Charlotte is complaining about her dog's Instagram comments because I guess the dog's getting bullied on. This is so dumb. This is the premiere.
How did she know what the Instagram was? Like, how did that hag know what her dog's Instagram was?
Shoot, I
This is
don't
a
know.
big plot hole that they should
It's a plot
have.
hole. This is the problem with the episode is that
Yes.
we don't know how the lady found Charlotte's son. No, it's
Yes.
all so dumb it doesn't matter. But
It doesn't.
um, now I thought this would. Let's see. I thought that they were going to take this. Let's see. Next scene here. Okay, so she's at Lisa's office talking because remember Lisa was there. She's trying to get her unsung Black women in history thing done, and Charlotte just barges in to talk about her dog problems, which is like, really? She's like, bitch, I have something to do. And they look over and the dog is ripping apart the American Girl doll or whatever, the historical black doll
Yeah.
that
She
we didn't
should have
mention
put
it.
that in a glass case like Annabelle or something. Like she should have locked that shit up. If it's that precious and irreplaceable, why did she just leave it like tossed it down by her purse and went and sat down? Like, was it really that valuable?
And I have to say, it doesn't, I don't have a picture of just the doll, but it doesn't look like an expensive doll. It looks cheap. So I don't
I
know.
don't know. I
But
feel like it's a weird choice
I
for
think this is a
this.
missed opportunity. I thought they were going to go in the direction of Lisa saying, Charlotte, your dog's racist or something like that. Like that would have been funny.
Or the dog, I like would have liked it if the dog grabbed the doll and ran out the door.
Yeah.
Like literally took it. Lamb chop on the nanny. Yeah, took it and just disappeared.
Let's see. And then the doll's face is totally mauled, and she picks it up and says, "Oh, it's not that bad." And I'm like, "We saw it. It was
It would have been
totally
hilarious if the doll's head would have fallen off right there. She's like,
yes." There's so many missed opportunities here. Seema's out here
her hair's
on lo
longer again.
on location. Is that?
I think
Well, you
so.
got a good eye because I'm not detecting that much of a difference. Is there?
I thought it looked longer. I don't know.
I think
Especially
you're
when
right.
it's like blowing. The scene where she's blowing is what I saw that looked longer.
Okay, let's
But
see
anyway.
here. So Seema calls Carrie to complain that she's out with Robbie, scouting locations for his movie rather than a romantic lunch.
God, Carrie said so many costume changes this episode. For God's sake, it's every scene, it's something different.
Something else unremarkable.
Yes.
Let's see. Okay.
I do like her hair down better.
I do like it better. It's her signature look.
Hmm.
Ooh. Okay, so Charlotte confronts the Karen at the park, um, and volunteers to pay for the dog's MRI when a similar dog to and who's that? Who the hell is that? I don't know. Um,
Steven Spielberg. What did he get in the
I see
show?
it. I do see it. Let's see. And then a dog that kind of looks like Charlotte's dog.
Yeah.
So the lady's dog racist because she thinks all dogs look alike.
And her dog purse is bigger than her dog.
That's a very believable real person though. Like I could
I
see it.
agree.
I mean, the purse shape, like the dog is a little over the top, but otherwise I could totally. These people
Yeah.
exist. You know, you dog freaks are fucking freaks. We have dogs, love dogs. Well, you have one.
Yeah.
I have had. Let's see here. So she's like, that's not my dog, you bitch. Like, here's my dog. That's that one. Mm,
Hmm. Where I live, there's so many dogs. So many dogs here. It's crazy. It's wonderful, actually.
hmm. Let's see here. Okay. So Seema's like over this shit with Robbie, okay? She's done. Very beautiful scene. We scouted it. We loved it. He looks even gayer here. Look at his body language.
Well, in that jacket, he's not actually wearing it. I guess it's just trying to make him look as European as possible, but really, he just looks stupid.
European just means gay.
I guess on this.
Look at her looking at him like she's realizing, oh, he is gay.
Oh, Yeah.
I'm on the date with a fat.
She's like, Ravi, what's tiramisu? Yeah.
It's like, girl, let me tell you. Let's see here.
See,
So
her
she's
hair's
basically
shorter there. I swear it is.
okay. I'll go with it.
Okay.
I'm with you. So she breaks it off with them because he's too busy and she's not getting the attention and dick
She's
needs
the
and
only
deserves.
smart one. Yeah, she's the only smart one. She's like, you know what? I'm not waiting for you. Like, she wouldn't even wait for him. She's like, we haven't talked in a week. And Carrie's like, we haven't talked in 5 years, or, whatever. They planned on not talking for 5 years.
Yeah.
She's okay with that. Seema's like, a week? Absolutely not.
Take notes, Carrie, because this is ridiculous.
Yes.
So she bids him farewell. Nice knowing you. It's time to move on to somebody else hotter that we can get naked on camera.
Yes. Let's do it.
He, as cute as he was, it wasn't enough for me. We need more. Didn't she
More.
bang somebody way hotter last season? I know she did.
I think she needs a model, like a really hot, like bearded model. I guess that's just
Mhm.
me being selfish because I want something
No,
like that on the
I'm
show
okay with
too.
that. Let's vote on
Yeah.
it. Let's see. Lisa and Herbert are hosting a dinner, I guess, for his comptroller, whatever that is, thing. It's I don't know if it's at like a
Some
black
restaurant.
owned restaurant
Hmm.
or soul food restaurant or something like that, or just everyone just happens to be black. I just don't know. Um, but anyway, then Carrie and Charlotte and Miranda are there also to support. Let's see here.
See, there's the Carrie, like she has it pulled back, but she has the tendrils. I like her hair
It's
like
a
this.
little bit best of both worlds situation. Oh, we
Yes.
forgot to mention earlier that Carrie did fake that orgasm when Aiden was in the truck.
Oh,
He finished, she did not.
yeah. He was like, oh, well, I won't curse, but he cursed like in a porn. I'm like, he's been watching a lot of porn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she has, because she's so bored with everything and everyone in her own relationship that she's creating problems. She tells the girls here, I have a guilt trip because I faked an orgasm. I'm like, really? That's your biggest problem? Like,
Well, and why does she have to bring that up? She's starting shit in her life, and then she's just starting shit with her friends. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's deal with get a therapist. Care, get a therapist. You need a therapist. Your friends are not therapists. You need a therapist.
that was an episode of Sex and the City where they
Got.
told her, remember?
She needs one now.
She does. But see, Samantha ain't there to tell her, so she don't know.
Well, what's
Um,
his name? Mario Cantone. His character needs to be like, while I'm making you mad, I'm gonna make you madder.
yeah.
Get some help, girl.
I faked 3 this morning at the gym. Like, he would say
I
something like
know.
that.
You did one. Psh, that's nothing.
I had real sex 3 times and I faked twice just for fun. That's something that he would do. Let's see. And Miranda says, I faked real sex. And Carrie said, this is so nauseating. Carrie says, me and Aiden's sex is the most honest thing about us. What? How could you even say that? Like in public?
Ugh, so
Um,
gross.
Speaking of Anthony, he is also here. This
He's funny because he says, "Oh, don't keep me out. It took me so long to get in."
so great. This is the weirdest. Okay, then things take a real turn here. Herbert and like a men's choir
I like it. It was
break out of
weird and it's very lip synced, and that the mouths didn't quite match.
yeah, they didn't.
They
I,
didn't, but I didn't. It was nice, I guess. It was some music. The music is very weird in this episode. It sounds like Indiana Jones in some of the scenes. Like I was like, this is like John Williams. Did he do this? But I don't hate this music thing. I guess it's that whole like we wanted something fun. This was kind of fun. Whatever happened to
okay.
fun?
I kind of hated it, but I'm open to not hating it. So thank
Yeah.
you. I'm willing to cross over. I'm in the middle on that. It was certainly different. Anthony apologizes to Carrie
Yeah. Don't keep me
about
out. It took me so long to get in.
about being so judgmental about
That's
her
what she
long
said.
distance
Yeah.
relationship. Let's see here. Okay, Rosie O'Donnell again texts Miranda that she wants to meet at the M&M store in Times Square.
At the M&M store. So
And Miranda
hilarious.
actually goes. Okay, here's what.
Whoa. Che was in that.
Um,
Monster. It's a monster.
where was the sensitivity people when they went from this scene?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying that's
It's really
I'm
bad.
just saying, like, if we're gonna be politically correct about
Yeah.
everything, down
That
to
was weird. That was a weird.
it didn't have to be a gorilla here. Like
No, it
that was not
didn't.
important to the scene. So I found that to be strange. Just saying.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just say what like Wendy Williams, we talk race here, so chill out. Nobody's racist. We just talk about what's in front of us here.
Right. And like, what's in front of us, how things are presented, and that is a weird segue.
Hmm.
So I don't know. Maybe they
It's
didn't think
weird
about it.
to virtue signal in one way and then be totally insensitive and oblivious in another. Like, pick a lane. What are we doing here?
Yes.
It's not the Chappelle show, you know?
Mm-mm.
So Miranda does meet her. I'm impressed that they filmed this in Times Square because that seems like a logistic nightmare, depending on what time they did it.
Agreed. Yeah. And
So I'm
this
impressed by
Wicked
that.
thing, triggering.
Remember when we liked Wicked?
Yes. So John and I used to like Wicked until the movie Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande stunk it up and ruined it for us. Now we hate it.
More about that again on Patreon link below.
Yes.
And they're about to start promoting the next one. I don't know if those
Ugh.
girls can lose any more weight. Like
Right.
they're on the brink of organ failure, as they say in Daria. The brink of organ failure. So let's see. So Miranda's trying to break it off with Rosie, and then Rosie starts singing "For Good," the song from Wicked.
I feel
Which,
like they hate us. The makers of the show hate us. Who would do so? Why? Who thinks it's a good idea?
and they know Rosie loves musicals, so of course she's gonna go along with this. It's very thinly veiled, like reference to Rosie loving musicals.
Yeah.
Would you, I guess, I'm trying to hold back on the Wicked talk now. Would you just want to go see the Wicked the musical on stage?
I have before. I've
No, I
seen it
mean
twice.
now
No, no,
in a
absolutely not.
post-movie Wicked world.
Yeah,
Would
no,
you?
no. I'm completely over it.
Me
I love
too.
the book. I love the sequels for the book. I have a story I'm just not gonna tell about Gregory Maguire. It's on Patreon. I met him. And so yeah, but I'm totally over it. Like, no, they ruined it.
I
And
wouldn't want
you
to
know
go see
what
it.
really hit it is when Cynthia Erivo got all offended because they redid her picture and put
Oh, I know. I
the
love and
out
TikTok
of her eyes.
roasted her
And sh
ass,
yes, she ruined it. She did it, and so did Ariana Grande, and them holding hands all the time and crying over nothing together, like just
holding
gross.
space and all that. Oh my God.
Ugh, holding space.
Anyway, we'll talk more about that on our regular podcast is on Patreon. So if you like pop culture talk, that's where that is. So anyway, let's see here. More cat.
More,
Back
more
to the bed.
cats.
Put this bitch in bed
Oh my
again.
God, they're so old. They're always sleeping.
Carrie calls Aiden to confess that she faked her orgasm. Like
Why
that
did
is
you do that, bitch?
it's really weighing heavy on her mind. Like, oh my God, what if
I feel
oh
so guilty that I
you
faked my orgasm. People, you think you're the only bitch who's ever done that before? Okay.
let me tell
You
you, the
know?
amount of stuff I probably should feel guilt about and don't, like on a daily basis. Like I can't even
Right.
imagine this wouldn't even register. Mm-mm. Um, so Carrie initiates a new phone sex session, but Aiden says he can't because he's in
I
bed with
swear to
Rosie.
God, he was going to roll over and there was going to be a woman there that he was
I
cheating
thought
on
so
her.
too, and
I
I didn't
thought
re
for sure.
until they zoomed out. I was like, that actually could be a woman. That
They
sort of looks like one.
kind of, and I think they should have crossed over this with Paranormal Activity because it's always in a bedroom and the sheets
Yeah,
get slowly pulled off by the ghosts. And yeah, they should have crossed
they
over.
couldn't make it any worse, let's be honest. Do you think we're not mean enough? Are we trying to be hopeful?
No, I mean, the thing is so we thought over the last season with the whole Che debacle and stuff, they couldn't go downhill. So the only way to go was up. So we, I guess, sort of assumed that's what they would do, that they would go like, okay, none of this worked. You know, the brilliant podcast and Just Like Crap told us exactly what we should do. Let's take all of their advice
Hmm.
and make this a great show. Well, clearly they didn't. And I feel like they phoned this in. Like coming up with stories like, let's make Charlotte have a dog drama. Like what happened to her like work stuff where she had I mean, she was going to work, but the gallery and like the drama that happens there. I want that. I don't care that her dog was accused of attacking another dog, really didn't do it. So it did not push her story forward at all. And that was one thing I thought at the end of this is like, how did this episode push any of these stories on? Carrie's still separated from Aiden. Miranda's single again. This dog thing, nothing happened with that. It was a nothing burger. Seema's the only one who had any sort of like story moving forward. Lisa, nothing happened with that.
I almost feel like they could have buried this episode in the middle of the season
Hmm.
and we wouldn't have known any better.
Yes, it
I
would have
know I
hit
wouldn't have.
differently. It would have hit differently if they had like an exciting opening episode and then maybe had a filler one like this. It would have been less of a problem.
Like, what happened to, like, was it season 5 and Carrie rung the bell at the stock exchange and the
Yeah,
whole opening sequence was her running, she was in the cab, then she was on a subway, then she got there just in the nick of time to ring the bell. I mean, there was excitement and build, and it's just like, this is just like,
it was. It really was. And Carrie, like, I haven't written in blah blah time. Like, what have you been doing? You're rich beyond belief. You have all the time in the world, and you've just been like stomping around an empty apartment, picking up and putting down your cat, going to bed and waking up. Okay, so I'm gonna give her too much credit. She's probably depressed still because of Big dying, and maybe she's having a hard time. Get a therapist, girl. Get yourself together. Like, if that's the problem, she has all the money in the world. She could be traveling to Greece. She could be traveling to Japan and Paris, which she kind of does a little bit. But if I had her money, I would be gone all the time.
yeah, me too. Well, Carrie is codependent. That's established. It's not like that's not breaking news here. I mean, that was established in the original show. Like, she needs
Yeah.
somebody. She needs a partner in crime. And that's fine. Like, some people are just like that, but somebody needs to shake her out of it, and nobody's doing that. So,
Yes. And we love shows where there's a group of women who are friends, right? Designing Women, Golden Girls, the ones we all reference,
or
you know,
frenemies.
or frenemies or ab fab. Like we love girl friends, but it's getting to the point with these ladies, people that they spend way too much time together and they talk way too much to each other. They need to, it's almost like, I wonder if at the end of this, they're all going to go their separate ways or
Oh,
something like that. Like,
it would pique my interest.
yeah, like Carrie could do like The Walking Dead. They did a lot of sequels. Like Carrie could go off with some man that she's with and have drama somewhere else, like somewhere interesting. I don't know.
What
Or,
if they all got in a big fight, like, and all stormed off in like literally different
yeah,
directions, and the shot was from overhead, and you see them like,
that would be great. And one of them goes to Aruba and disappears. The other one, and the
that
other,
sounds familiar. Well,
the other one spend the rest of their lives looking for that one. And
they find Carrie sealed in an oil drum.
oh my God, Chris Watts. Yeah.
I don't know.
They just see her Jimmy Choo sticking out the top of the
We're just
barrel.
spitballing. We're just writers being writers. Like,
Yes. They're like, as soon as I saw the Jimmy Choos, I knew it was Carrie.
uh, but and then more just tossing and turning, and finally the episode ends with Carrie back at the computer. Bitch, do something. Like you said, what do you? All she's doing is running around the big house in oversized clothes. Finally, she opens the laptop and it's like, you need a system update is required.
Right? Right. She has to restart. It's taking forever. It's just spinning and
Then it's
spinning
gonna
and
sync up to
spinning.
the cloud and all that shit. It's just like she's like, oh fuck.
Did you catch that she said, and just like that in this episode?
Hmm.
Yeah. 'Cause she was like, and just like that, I forgive you, or whatever she said to
She like
Anthony.
had to say it in the scene instead of narrating the show like she should be, like it used to be.
Hmm.
It's just so embarrassing,
It is.
empathetic.
It's hard to
But look,
watch.
at least she's writing a book, but it's a book of fiction. What's the book going to be about?
I
Did she
don't
even?
know.
I don't even remember what
She
she
typed
said.
a sentence. It was like something like, I'm a
What
dried up, pasty hag on my
on my
deathbed,
deathbed?
and
I'm the Mary.
I'm the Mary. I'm the Mary the nun. That's it. Rosie O'Donnell should have showed up. I'm the Mary.
So just a really lackluster non-event of a first episode. God, please get better.
Just something exciting. What's ever happened to fun? Like whatever fun. We need fun. I need some fun. I want to be like enjoy watching it again. I want to look forward to the next episode. Well, I guess I do a little bit still because I have hope since this is just the first episode. Maybe they were just trying to ease us back into it because the last season was so um
Poorly
what it,
received, hated,
poorly
loathed,
received and sort of even yeah, I was gonna say polarizing,
detested.
but really that's giving it credit.
Yeah. Oh no, not polarizing.
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you liked it. All right.
Universally panned.
Yeah, universally panned. I don't know what's on. What else did you see in the coming attractions for the season? Anything?
I'm trying to
Anything
remember
else?
what I
I'm so mad that
saw.
I missed the end of the episode.
Yeah, you'll have to go back and watch it. I usually don't watch those things because I don't like previews very much, but I did kind of want to see what was coming up because this was so lackluster. Um, Aiden comes back and he's in the apartment that she's in, so he shows up. So I guess he doesn't wait 5 years unless it jumps 5 years ahead.
I don't think we can get away with that at this point.
They fast forward, they go 5 years, and then you
A
just see a
shovel.
line. Yeah, you just see a line of gravestones. Yeah.
One has a red wig on.
Yes, one has a red wig. They all
Um,
have something that's like signature of that person. There's a red
a
wig,
shoe,
yeah, a shoe. What would Charlotte have?
a
I'm trying to
Botox, a
think.
needle full of a vial of Botox.
Yes, right, right. That's all on each grave. So yeah, but I don't know. I know he comes back. Miranda dates somebody else because they like he takes her hand, she takes her hand and puts it right here or something like that. I don't know what the hell that was. Oh, the I think the baby then the babysitter, the lady from downstairs, the girl from downstairs comes back. I can't remember what else.
Okay, well that's enough to whet my appetite, I
What?
guess. It just sounds like if Carrie were my friend, I'd be like, you have to be single again, like fully single and stop this madness. Like he is completely calling the shots in your relationship, and it's not okay. And we just need somebody to really, really say that.
Yes,
I still,
there are characters in the past I feel like we could use again, like the Candace Bergen character pre-softening.
yes.
Like we need somebody tough that will be like Carrie,
Oh,
for God's sake.
I know who I want to be in there. She was the actress from Paper Moon that played the friend that Carrie went to her party at her a baby shower or something at her
Oh, yeah,
house.
yeah, yeah. Where her shoes disappear.
Yes, that actress. I
Yeah.
forgot her
Is
name.
that the episode where the shoes disappear?
hmm
Okay.
I forgot her name. Again,
Yeah.
that's all the comments are going to be. But well, we know who it is, and I love her.
Yes.
She's amazing. Um, so I don't know. Okay, well, if you like the channel, or even if you didn't, I don't care. The video, please subscribe to the channel. Look, I waited till the end to say it. Please hit the like button. It would really help us with the algorithm nation. And join us on Patreon. The link is down below. We
Do,
d
especially if you like slightly offensive humor and fun and you want to bring joy into your life, we're the
yeah,
way to go.
we do an hour, at least an hour every week on Patreon. So that's where our regular podcast is.
Yes.
Not everything is YouTube friendly, but here we are. So thank you for watching / listening.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, welcome back to the broadcast.